Hello, everybody. I wanted to give a big shout out to Idea Fitness Association, Idea Fitness, Idea World, Idea Fitness Journal, and everyone that works there, and all the judges and all the professionalism that we've experienced this year when they brought the Idea World virtual to us because we couldn't be at it live. So this year I was one of the finalists for the Personal Trainer of the Year award, and I was so excited. I did not win. Leslie Bender won, and that's great, but I was a finalist, and that's fabulous. And so here's the journal. I got mine in the mail yesterday, the Idea Fitness Journal. They did a nice spread in there of all the 2020 finalists and winners. And here we are here, and there's mine. And more of the winners and finalists, and a little bit more. So we all got a nice little article, and thank you, Judy Minich, for doing them. I hope I'm saying your last name out loud right. I read it, but I don't really say it. Thank you so much. This was just a great honor to be part of this in my fitness professionalism. And I want to also thank Tammy Moran, who lives in Portland, Oregon. I'm in Florence, Oregon. We've communicated a lot with, she's had a stroke. She's a 47-year-old who's had a stroke. And we chit-chatted. I've helped her. She's read my books and seen my videos. And she always refers to me as God's stroke angel. And that was quoted in here, that she sees me as God's stroke angel. And I love that because it's so special. And last month she was able to hold a kayak pole and go kayaking. And I just think it's just really fabulous to see her progress, and also to have her quoted, what she said, to be quoted in the article, and probably part of me being a finalist. So thank you to her. Thank you for you guys recognizing. But this video may be a tad longer, not a whole lot longer. I want to say something about Idea. So when I was in the 90s, I was at Orange Coast College going through their fitness specialist program. And the two main teachers I had there both told us one of the best things you can do is join Idea. So I did. And they had a student membership. So I joined as a student. I was working full time, and then I was going to school at night and part time anyway. And I joined Idea. The people around me that I hung out with that went there, we all lived in Huntington Beach. They didn't join Idea like the teacher said. So right before I graduated, a woman that lived or had a business a block and a half away from my home, who rented a studio from a chiropractor's office, was a member of Idea. She called Idea and said, "Do you have anybody, a female about this age, that I can make contact with? Because I want to sell my business." And she had an idea of what age and what person she wanted, because she thought her clients may stay with that person. So I'm the only number they had that came up. So I got contacted. And even though my friends I went to school with all lived right there too, I joined, I got contacted. So that opened the door for me to buy a business very, very cheap, super cheap, because she just wanted out. And half her clientele stayed with me. She was part-time, so I got like a quarter clientele, but I was part-time anyway. But this idea is, the idea is I joined Idea, and it made me connection to this person reaching out that helped me go right from graduating into doing this part-time. And then when I stopped my full-time job, I went to it full-time, and I still have my business. So I thought that was great. And then we used to get the plaques on the wall of the I think it was a little gold or silver thing saying each year we're a member of Idea. Nice to hang on my wall. I don't think they do that anymore. But years later down the line, here I am in Florence, Oregon, and I'm working with a stroke survivor. And Ryan Hellerson, I hope I'm saying your name right too, he did an article on my client and a success story in the Idea Journal in 2017. And when my client read that article, because he's been wanting his journey shared, he was so, today, Facebook memory was my client holding the article. So I had to share that in the story because all the timing of it. So my client Gary loved the article. He was holding it with two of his surfer friends he grew up with, and he was in his 60s. And he's like, they need to know more of my story. People need to know the rest of my story. And we were already working on a book. That made me get right on board and get that book out. So I went from within like a week to my laptop, taking all my notes for 2 years, getting that book going. And that started my first book. So ideas played a big role in pieces of things. And then couple years, 3 years later, probably 3 years later, unfortunately, Gary was in the ICU. He had surgery, didn't go well, and he ended up passing away. But right a couple weeks before, I got a letter from Idea or email saying, if you renew your membership for 2 years instead of just one, we'll send you a gift package. So the day that Gary passed away, I didn't know I knew he was going to pass away. Did not know that was the day he's going to pass away. That day, I received a box from Idea, and it had bands and different little exercise things in there, and sample magazines. It had the yoga journal, the fitness journal, and the nutrition one. Two fitness journals were in that magazine. In that box. One of them was the one that Gary and I was in from a couple years prior, or the same year. It was all the same year, 2017. Okay, so that magazine that we were in was in there, and a magazine that had an article in there that said how to help your students and gym members when a member passes away. About an hour and a half after I got that, I got the call that Gary passed away. So there was so much just connections and intuitive things and synchronicities I said that word wrong, that just has connected so much through Idea and the work, and it makes it feel more special. So I wanted to share that because I just thought those are just neat stories. And if I didn't ever join Idea, I wouldn't experience any of that. I don't know how I would have started my business, because I remember being in school going, okay, when I graduate, what am I going to do? So I highly recommend people to be members of Idea and participate in things, because it opens so many doors. And also, when I was ready to edit and publish the book, I didn't know what I was doing. I was getting ready to go to the Idea we had in Vegas in 2000. I think it was also 2017 was in Vegas. And Greg Justice, so I went back on. I've already picked my sessions, but a little bit before I thought, let me go back in and see if any was added. Here pops up one that Greg Justice is doing, helping fitness professionals self-publish. I'm like, oh my God, I'm taking that. I remember I was so excited for it. I showed up a half hour early, and I'm sitting there. I didn't know I was half hour early. I just got my time wrong. And Greg Justice handed me a book in self-publishing. I learned so much, and everything throughout the rest of the sessions were so powerful. And one of the sessions was with Travis, and Todd Durkin was in there, and Travis dropped balloons with positive quotes in it, playing the Rocky theme song. And my client Gary, his sister made a video of him from the beginning of his stroke through the progress in his first year with the Rocky theme song. So everything just had all these connections, and just so being at the right moment at the right time that led to huge things for me. I'm not, rich and famous and on TV, but huge steps in my career. And now I've published 8 books, getting ready to do a new one. And it's just really cool that listening to teachers and following my gut and being part of Idea played such a huge role in things, even though it may not seem like it to some people, but it really has for me. So thank you again. Thank you, fitness, being in the Fitness Journal. Thank you for the great articles. Thank you for recognizing my work and making me a finalist. Again, I apologize this is long, but sometimes you have to watch the longer videos because there's good stuff to listen to. Okay, well, you guys have a great day. Stay educated. Stay safe. We have smoke everywhere I live. I'm sure that's happening a lot of places. So take care of yourself from the virus and the air quality. Be good to yourself and try new things. Have a great day.